everyone and welcome to our affirmative team. I'm Fräulein and I'm the first speaker. She's Quincy and she's the second speaker. Levan the third speaker and Full House the fourth speaker. Now let's come to my speech. Why I say that the wheel is the most important invention in the world because it helps to deliver goods and that affects in many phases like help the people to travel out of the country and they can import the goods and it helps people to have more things to use. Next, it also affects the world economy because these things help makes more money and people will have more things and it decreases the number of poor families too. Also, people using wheels like to make cars and carts to go out of the country so they can travel and go to and they can have a holiday out of the country so it also widens the knowledge about the other country.
Well, if you can invent cars or motorcycles from wheels, it all creates pollution.
Yes, if we don't have wheels, we can't travel. And pollution is, it will, like now we only have pollution now. In the past, we used cart that the horse pull, so it didn't make pollution. So pollution happened now, but not in the past. However, wheel have invented in the past and it also helped in the past, now, and in the future.
You can still walk. Greatness doesn't have to be useful. It must become indispensable and become very efficient.
Yes, but what do you think if we have to walk about 5,000 kilometers to another country?
You can use boats.
But the boat's engine need to run by wheels too.
No, the wooden boats. I'm not talking about the engine boats.
So we have to sail it?
Yeah.
Yes, but it loses our energy too. And it's a long journey. We don't have enough food and energy to sail the boat.
You can stay at different destinations at different times. You don't have to always go for once.
Yes, but we have to travel a long journey to export and import goods too. Like the sailor, they can still sail around the world.
Yeah, but there are many people who can still sail with boats around the world without any wheels. And that's what
the wheel is important because it leads to many other inventions. It shows people how to move and lift things more easily. It was the first use for transportation, then for machines like water wheels and pottery wheels. Later, it helped create gears and engines used in cars, clocks, and factories. Thanks to the wheels, many important technologies were developed and human life improved greatly.
It increased productivity. Many transportation use wheel and they include the rice harvester. In harvest season, wheel plows could cut deeper into the soil more quickly, allowing for larger fields to be cultivated. Because they have wheels, they must make the machine to move across the fields easily. Besides that, wheels are also help people carry goods from the countryside to the urban areas. Instead of transporting a large and heavy quantity of rice harvested by ourselves, we can use truck to carry it easily. According to Americans, in the past, the Egyptians used wheels to carry heavy stone against for mice instead of transporting anything. So it saved time and reduced much. Therefore, wheels are increasing in productivity there.
use animals to transport other products.
but is used many times.
So what? It may not be efficient, but to be the greatest invention, it must be important at all parts, and nothing can replace it.
But how about food? It can be spoiled if we deliver it for a long time to come to a destination.
There are many things that you can do even without wheels or refrigerator. You can use salt so it can prevent bacteria from coming in.
Yes, but in some countries we don't have the refrigerator and we don't have the material to produce them too. And also we don't have food, so we also need to deliver things.
But salt is easy to get. You can just have ocean water, and then you soak it into the sun, and then you go have salt to preserve your food.
But we need another like meat or fish to live, and we also need rice. So in some place like the desert, we don't have the much meat and fish. So we also need to deliver food. And if we deliver food by the camel, the food will be spoiled like I've taught.
But salt.
Next, wheels help people to carry things easily and save workers' energy. In the past, there were no wheels, so people had to carry things even it was very heavy. So there were many people that had died or died because they had to carry too many heavy things for a long time. Moreover, when we have containers which will go to another country by the huge ships, we can't carry it or pull it. So it has been a big problem for our country. However, when the wheels appeared, we have many machines that help us save the energy, improve productivity, like food, drink, ingredients.
Let's take an example, like the Inca Empire. They make massive roads, they make majestic stone cities, and all of that was done way before the wheel was invented. If a civilization can achieve such greatness, why would we need a wheel?
But however, the old culture like the Giza pyramid have to take 23 years to build it, and it only for the top. But now the population has increased and we have to build more house and building. So now we have to use wheels to transport the things and also to build the house. And it only takes 2 to 3 years to build a building. And the house takes from 6 months to 1 year.
Pyramids are structures that are very big, so that's why it takes a lot of time. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember they used the Nile River to transport the goods. However, building houses or buildings are just much simpler because you can build the structure more easily and more quickly, so that's why it takes a shorter time.
Yes, but now we don't have to make the town big like in the past. And now the population and now the people in the world has reached to 9 billion. So we have to make more houses or they will have to sleep outside the road.
Pyramids is art, it's not a thing that people can live next to.
Yes, so I think that it wastes
And
time and material too because it's only used to build a town for it only builds a town for a king.
So to worship him or
Yes.
her.
But
Anyone My name is Ming Fang, and I am the speaker of the Against team. Today, I am here to talk about why wheels are not the most important and why it is a myth.
Oh, my name is Han An.
My name is Ming Kwang. I am Setun.
First of all, I will talk about the first reason why wheels are not the most important. Let's take the Inca Empire for example. They can make majestic stone cities and manage a complex society without wheels by just sheer human labor, ropes, and ramps. To form a civilization and to make it rise for a long time, you need food, shelter, organization, and help, not a circle that rolls. Wheels are just an upgrade. It's not a thing that can transform human lives. And greatness does not happen when something is sufficient and useful. It is something that is indispensable, irreplaceable, and really, really important and can transform people's lives.
In my opinion, I think the wheel is not the most important invention because there are lots of inventions that are even more important, like electricity. Nowadays, the wheel mainly improves transportation and mechanical work, while electricity supports most modern technology. Most devices that we use every day, like smartphones, computers, or lighting systems, depend on electricity to function, and it also has an important role in hospitals and scientific research. Scientific research where electrical equipment are very necessary for testing and treatment. It also makes the global communication possible through the internet and digital networks. So, helping people to learn and connect quickly. So I think the wheel is not the most important invention.
Yes, but the electric device also needs the wheels to make the gears too, and also the clock or the printing press. And in the hospital, we need the electricity, you say, but how about we transport food and drink? Because people need to use food and drink every day. And if they don't have it, they will die. But if the person are strong, they will hardly have a disease. So they don't have to go to the hospital much.
We can still use animals or carry by our own. What do you mean?
Yes, but like in our city, Hanoi, it is more right, and I think that there are many families, and if each family have a horse or an elephant or a camel, so it will don't have a place to place this animal.
Like the motorbike or cars, we still need place to put it, place it.
Yes, but it is the non-living things, so we can so we can place it in one places, and the bicycle or the bike are small. It is compared to the elephant. It is much bigger, right? And also the animal will run everywhere, and we are easy to lose them. So it takes many money to buy them again.
You're right. Modern industry use wheel because we build society to have supports them. But wheels didn't create society. Society create the condition for the wheels to be useful. without electricity, no modern factories, no internet, and without clean water system and no hospitals, city will collapse from disease.
I think will is important, but not the most important. I think something we use regularly is also important and useful, like pen, table, clothes. But I will pick clothes. Someone said that clothes are also important. Of course, if you go out and don't wear nothing, people will judge you. Or when the winter comes, you cannot go out without clothing.
But we need to deliver clothes too, because in some country or in the desert, we don't have much clothes to wear.
Yeah, I think it's true.
Have you ever heard of our ancestors? They do not wear that much clothes.
Yes. So clothes is not important.
In conclusions, the wheels isn't the most important invention, but it's also needed for our daily lives. So both teams have the rights.